friends, welcome to Knitography. I'm Patricia.
And I'm Emma.
And we're coming to you this morning from our little farm in the middle of Norway. Emma, Grace, and I have been on the road for like a month and a half with our farm. We've been traveling all over Norway and also to New York to share our work and our story about our dream of having our own yarn made from the farm. So we thought we would just sit this morning out here with our sheep and just give you some updates if they don't eat everything, our camera and so forth. We thought we would share some updates since the last time I recorded. So since the last time we visited together, we have shorn the sheep. We have their fleeces now, and as I said, it is our dream really to make our own farm yarns. We hope they're not going to be too naughty so we can talk to you. We had to go through a sort of inspection when the sheep were shorn. So we had an expert shearer come out. As many of you know, I also have my certification outside of Norway for shearing, and so we had our person come and give us lots of no to do that. This might not work. This might not work today. Give them some grass, Emma. So we had our expert shearer come to the farm the Tuesday before I left for New York. And he supported and watched us, and we all had to go shearing the sheep. And we had such a good rating from our fleeces, which I'm going to show you in a little while. We have them now. Ready to go, actually in storage, and I'll tell that story when I get to the fleece. But we had them shorn, and a lot of people have asked us why people in Norway shear their sheep before the snow arrives. As you see now, it's really, we've had frost, and we've had quite several hard frost here on the farm in the mornings. It's been below 0 already and so forth, but we don't have snow yet. And let's see if we can, we don't have snow yet, but the snow is coming. And it's been about a month since they were shorn, and already if you could see, they have a really nice have grown back a nice woolly jumper. But if you didn't shear the sheep in Norway in winter and you left them in the barn, because ours will be free range and they'll be coming in and out of the barn. But a lot of farmers in Norway, they keep the sheep in all the time. That just wouldn't be humane. They'd be dirty, and it'd be heavy and mucky. It'd be like really dirty hair. So we sheared them about a month ago, and already they've got a beautiful little woolly jumper that they've grown back. So later I'm going to show you our fleeces and how beautiful they are, and we got a really great rating from the shearer, didn't we? Mm-hmm. We got like the highest feedback for our fleeces that you get here. And I do think that's because we clean up, we muck up every day, we clean out the barn often, and they have, you know, of course we only have 3 sheep, so that makes it a little bit easier. So we faced a lot of challenges on the farm, haven't we? Yeah. In the last month. We had a lot of rain, we've been flooded, so our farm looks really bad. It's sometimes when I share a picture on Instagram, I often want to say, remember that we've been flooded, because we were totally flooded. We've been dealing with lots of mud and muck, and it's only now really soaking down into the earth, and it's still muddy, isn't it? It's still a big mess, and we've had a funny smell that we had to deal with, and yeah, we've been cleaning out the barn a lot. We cleaned it out this week, didn't we? Yeah, and other challenges we've had have been that the sheep have been eating our trees. As you see behind me, this birch tree here, they have eaten the bark off, and we've had to do a lot of preventative measures with a lot of wire around the trees. We really didn't know what was happening or why they were doing that, but we did a bit of research, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we found out, what did we find out, Emma?
That they might need more fiber in their diets, so they eat that because they feel like they don't have that. So we've been trying to give them some hay and give them as much grass as they need so that they stop doing it, but they don't stop.
They don't stop. So we've had to put wire around the trees and so. But anyway, once they don't have the green grass in the field and all of that, once that has died off, and it has everywhere in Norway, bigger farms, smaller farms, they start to look for other kinds of sources of fiber. So we started our really giving them lots of the hay that we had baled this summer, and we've come up with this great solution because we were putting it in big tubs and so forth, and it's hard for them to get their heads down in it. So we found this baby bed in a garbage heap, and we brought it home, and I've cut out several of the slats so that they could get their head into that, and that is working out to be an amazing solution for us. So we just keep it full, and they can graze as often as they want, whenever they want, just like they did in the summer. So this is working fine now. We watch the weather very carefully. We can pop it into the barn if we need to, but right now we're working on making a cover for it to put up by the barn so that it'll be away from the elements and everything. But that right now we're just watching the weather and making sure. Today the clouds they look very much like we could have some snow flurries. So we've had like one or 2 days with snow flurries that didn't stick actually.
And the third one usually does.
The third one usually sticks. So we're expecting that any day now. So we fill this up. We also give them something called kraftfood, which is kind of a nutrient feed that they have several times a day.
They love it.
They love it, and that's a fun time. But now we are locking them up at night. They're going to be free range even when the snow comes. So they're in the barn right now. We've got heat lamps. We can go in there and show you that in a minute. We've put up heat lamps which generate enough heat. We've got like an air quality system that we've installed that circulates the air so that it's quite nice in the barn when you shut them up, so there's not too much carbon dioxide and so forth building up. And what else have we done? We've protected our trees, and
we just keep them happy and healthy.
Yeah, that's it. So it's a lot of work though, because we really want to have beautiful fleeces, and we really hope to make beautiful yarns. So we really work hard at keeping the farm tidy and clean, and yeah, so that their fleeces are really clean. So that is really an update from the farm. And we'll take some footage of the sheep to add here, and also a bit inside the barn so you can see. They have it's a barn that could house about 6 sheep, couldn't it? That's about all we could have in there, really. We're hoping to grow our flock, of course, but our barn is quite small, so we're going to have another space when our flock grows to the 12 to 15 that we hope for in the future.